we went out and we bought a new one. It's a Dexter axle. It's a 5,200 pounds is what it's rated at. So 52 and 52 on the other one is 11,000 or 10,400 is what it's rated at. But the trailer says it's 14,000. This same axle that come out from under it, so we'll see what we got going on here. I'm gonna take these off and take the springs off, slide the springs up under it first, and then I think I'm gonna have to move these spring perches. They didn't have the exact right one, so I bought one that's 1 inch longer, which, yeah, ideally you want it the exact same, but I don't want to wait a month on it, so we'll have to grind this off and move them over 1/2 inch on each side to get it right. So ain't no big deal. We'll just grind it off, move it. Simple, right? Let's get to it. Okay. This bracket's in the wrong spot. It needs to go that way 1 inch, along with the other one on the other side. They both need to come in. They're at 72 inches center to center. I need a 70 inch center to center. The hub face is just about right. It's like 1 inch off, which won't bother us any. But we didn't want to wait 2 weeks on a special order axle, so we're going to use this one. We're going to cut it. We're going to cut this off and move it over. And I'm going to try to use this bandsaw to do the trick. I'm thinking I might cut it right down the center here. The center is about 1 inch, and then you know, I put the new one on there, and then I'll have a nice good surface there to weld to. But I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. I guess we'll both find out depending on how hard it is to get it off of there. So I've cut it down the center. I started cutting up this side, cut up to a point here, then I cut across into that hole. I'm going to try to tap this side off and see if it'll come out. The whole trick is, I'm trying not to heat the axle up other than welding it. It's the only reason I'm doing what I'm doing here. Or I'll take the cutting torch and just cut it off. And I want to leave this where I know what's flat there, so I'll have the brakes correct. First dissection. I'm going to take another cut on this back side, come up here and try to leave a point there, and then I'll run across the point. So I'm going to cut this other side next, come up like so, and I might even be able to cut all the way across. I don't think I will be able to, but I might be able to cut all the way across it. And I'm making sure not to get into that tube. I don't want to cut that tube at all. If you look there, I just cut the weld. It's got a little scrape there, but that's a scrape. It just took the paint off. My fingernail won't even catch it. So we should be good to go. Cut a little more on it. So we cut the old one, moved it over 1 inch, welded them back down. You can see it needed to be right where the old ones was. So I've got this side done, and I've got that side over there done. Well, not done. I've got them tacked in place. I ran out of gas on my wire welder. So my stick welder, there ain't no rods here for some reason. So I'll take it to the house and weld it up. I got another welder there at the house. And if that one won't do it, I'll run to Jefferson and get another one and weld it up. But I tacked it in with no gas. So I got 4 tacks, they ain't going nowhere. But got that done, and everything looks to be kosher. If you can see there, it should be on the same plane there, along with that one down there. So we should be good to go. Damn, he's got another one at his house. Fixing to lay it to it. I'll show it here in a few. Damn, he knows how to do everything. It's gonna be hard to get up in there, so it's gonna be hard to get up in there. So I'm gonna get up in there. I think it's gonna be easier. Match up perfect. That's when you know you're doing it right. Them two black spots, that's where the ember falls in your hand, and you just keep right on getting it. So we got that side welded. We got it welded up in there. We got a little welded over there. We've got that side welded, and now it's time to stick it up in there. Got it up under here. So now I got to roll it forward a little bit, get the shackles back on it, or U-bolts, and the bottom plate back on it, and then get it jacked up and get that back bolt in there. So this is going to be fun. Well, we screwed ourselves. Bracket goes there. The bolts can't go in because we left that little piece to make sure we had it on the same angle. So the bolt sits right on top of where we need it to go. So now we've got to cut that out. But I think what I'm going to try to do is put it in like it sits and get it up a little bit here where I can slide under there with the sawzall and just cut it off. It's going to be easier to cut it from the bottom, I believe. But I got to get it up in the air. And there's, can y'all see any of these gnats? There's 500,000 gnats eating me up. I don't think y'all can see it. But anyway, it's always something, so we'll get on it again. Well, we got both tires on this side. And the hub face, you know, I told you it was an inch or so difference. Right there's the difference. You can see it. This tire sticks out, I don't know, maybe a ½ inch more than that tire, maybe an inch more. But it'll be fine. This ain't gonna touch it. We got plenty of clearance, and we should be good to go. Now what we got to do is get over there and put that whole side together. We ain't done nothing over there yet, so that's next on the agenda. Here's a little trick. We can't push the edge of that spring up in there because we're hitting the outside here. Just lay your bolt in there, and then you jack it up, and then it'll push right through, and you'll be good to go. Okay, I'm down here. Basically, I had to jack that side up because it was already attached. Now I jacked this side up. Then I had to beat this axle back this way. Then I had to beat the spring in this way, and it fell in to the pin. Now I've got to put this on there and put my U-bolts in and bolt it up. Okay, we got our U-joints in. Here's a little piece we had to cut out. It went in there and was right in the way. It went like that. It was right in the way of our U-joint, or not our U-joint, our U-bolt. So we got those cut out on all four sides, obviously, and now we've got them in. We've got to tighten them down here I've got that one pretty tight by hand, but the other side we need to tighten down. I'm gonna jack it up a little farther where I can get my Milwaukee in there to tighten them up. It's laying out there. I'll tighten them four up real quick, and we'll slap a tire on it and sit it back down on the ground. Voila, we have our back axle. It's in, it's bolted down, it's lined up, it's got tires, it's got rims. She's ready. She's a little wider, you can kind of tell there, but it'll work. I don't believe it'll touch. I don't believe there'll be any problem. See this one? See that? The tire is offset more. I could turn that rim around and make it suck in that much more. But we should be good. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Thank y'all. We'll catch you on the next one.